So here we are in your office in the district council. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what goes on in the district council? It's not the typical day-to-day type of thing, but what are some of the things that you do as business manager, secretary, treasurer?
Well, some of the things we do numerous things, and it's hard to really number those or whatever, but we help in instances as far as the local unions go, as far as grievance procedure. We negotiate a statewide heavy highway agreement for all the locals. As stated in the Constitution, we are to approve all the building locals, and that's where each local union negotiates its own building agreement, and then we approve that here at the council. And we do numerous things with the legislators and all the politicians, as I call them, which I absolutely hate dealing with. But probably too numerous, really, for me to even begin to say all the things that take place here in this office.
You've been a laborer for over 50 years, and you obviously did not start at this job at the district council.
No.
So how'd you start out? How'd you get into laboring?
I came from a family of 8 boys and a girl. My father passed when I was 9 years old. There wasn't much of an opportunity. I could play a little sports, but because of the family condition, there was no way that I could have went to college. So that was out. So these guys, I was working when I first got out of high school at a little place that made shoe heels for women's shoes, wooden shoe heels. And so I had some friends who were working construction in East Liverpool, Ohio. And when they called, they said, "Do you want to go to work in East Liverpool?" Man, I thought I was going to cross the pond. I had no idea that was in Ohio. And to tell you the truth, it almost wasn't. From where I live down in Sauter County to East Liverpool, Ohio was a heck of a long way. But I went. And so I didn't join. No union people came out then. And so I worked that summer, and I didn't know anything. I had no idea about unions, none. So the following year then, I was working for a little company called W.E. Ringwald, and they got a job here in Columbus, and that was my first acquaintance or meeting of any union. So I actually joined here in July of 1967 here in Columbus. And then obviously I wanted my book at home, so as soon as I could transfer it into Portsmouth, it went into Portsmouth. So then, things just evolved. I mean, I didn't know anything about unions. Unions didn't know anything about me, and that's why that this organization is so great. When you can take a person who, with no qualifications, honestly, I'm not sure I still have, and be able to move through. I've held almost every office that you could hold in this organization: secretary, treasurer, business manager, recording secretary, international vice president. I mean, the e-board here, the e-board, everywhere. And without any formal education that would help me do any of those jobs. I was just recognized by people, and I can say, and as you know, I don't like to talk about me much, but I never asked for any of those positions. This organization is so looking forward to try to keep this membership intact and middle class, that they didn't care if I was a threat to them or anything else. It was when a position came open and they thought I could do it, they asked me. And to be honest with you, I never said no. And so here I am today. You take an organization that pays everything themselves today, no entitlement, nobody wants anything. They just want to do a day's work for a day's pay, to be able to be on time in the morning and make it home at night, and then have a quality of life for them and their family in between. That's not asking too much. And so that's where we are as far as this organization, and as far as I believe that what we do and what you do is a calling, not a job.